On behalf of United Consciousness, I feel honored to welcome our guest, Dr. Girish Momaya. He is a director at Maharishi European Research University, a Dutch foundation providing training and service in Vedic education, Ayurveda, healthcare, and social well-being. Dr. Momaya is a director at the International Maharishi Ayurveda Foundation in Netherlands, a platform to integrate and bring all aspects of Ayurveda into the mainstream. He spent many years working under the guidance of Maharishi Mahesh Yogi, the great scientist of consciousness and the founder of Transcendental Meditation Program. He received extensive education and training under his guidance in all aspects of Vedic sciences. So I welcome Dr. Girish Momaya.
Thank you. It has been great joy and honor to be present with you today and share some beautiful Vedic knowledge that comes from really great Vedic civilization of India. I would request the slides to start. Yes, so we are at United Consciousness Conclave, and we'll go through the science of what United Consciousness is in terms of Vedic science, establishing culture of peace through United Consciousness, mental well-being through meditation. So whole knowledge comes from the seers, the enlightened masters, who had reached the highest pinnacle of consciousness in their own life and knew the depth and profundity of consciousness that underlies everything. What we will do is see from the scriptures, from the words of these rishis, what the science of united consciousness is and what are their application, how beautiful the knowledge is, how great the application is, how beneficial it is to the individual life and the life of the world. So here is what Maharishi explains. Veda is natural impulse of infinite, eternal, uncreated, pure consciousness that is at the basis of creation, evolution and dissolution in the universe. The sutra is Janmadhyasya Yataha. So all creation, evolution and dissolution that happens from that unified field of consciousness which underlies everything. And it's great that Maharishi brought us the beauty and the purity and authenticity of this science and application in a very simple, natural, very spontaneous, effective way. Maharishi taught us transcendental meditation, and it's just so easy to gain this knowledge with experience. So here Maharishi says, the settled state of mind that has transcended and has become self-referral is the self. These words are from Upanishads, which are the scriptures of Vedanta. Until this experience dawns in the awareness, until the mind engaged in the diversity settles into the silence and unity of the transcendental self, talks of Brahmatva are meaningless. He is talking to Vedanta scholars during Kumbh Mela of 1977, long ago, but a very significant time like that. So what this is that, it's not a philosophy, it is not an intellectualization, but it is an experiential living reality that one should understand. And if we follow the way that masters have given, it is very easy, because samadhi or the united consciousness within us is a natural state of life, just like waking, dreaming, and sleeping state. Transcendental consciousness in our scriptures called Turiya, the fourth state of consciousness, and is as natural as waking, dreaming, sleeping, and it should be as simple to live as we live waking and dreaming and sleeping. So the science of yoga comes in being. Yoga is the science and practice of experiencing and evolving the unified quality of intelligence that underlies all diversities of life and existence. The practice of yoga leads human life to grow in harmony and balance, in wisdom and happiness, in enlightenment, a state of wholeness of consciousness, or Kaivalya as described by Maharishi Patanjali. Yes, further, yes, yoga. Next slide. So, no, one before this. One before, yeah, this. So here, yat atha yoganushashanam. This is a Patanjali Yoga Sutra, first, second, third, fourth stanza. So he talks about yoga, the science of unification of everything in life. And what is yoga? Yoga is chitta vritti nirodha. Yoga is transcending the activity of the mind. And what happens? Transcending the activity of mind is from taking our awareness, our mind, in a very simple, effortless, natural way. One has to learn. I am talking about what Maharishi taught us, transcendental meditation. And it's going from gross to finer in a very simple, effortless, easy, natural way. And ultimately experiencing more unified levels, more harmonious levels, more blissful levels, more unified, enriching levels of our own consciousness, till finally everything is transcended, all the contents of mind, all the thoughts, finest relativity is transcended in a very natural way. Just like we go from waking to sleep, we don't create sleep, we don't bring sleep. It is naturally we go to sleep. Like that, the samadhi, once one knows how of awareness, then how it is described is an innumerable description in many scriptures. I read some. Shivam Shantam Advaitam Chaturtham Manyante Sa Atma Sa Vigeya. That reality which is Shivam, infinite silence, which is Shantam, infinite peace, which is Advaitam. No two. All this and that is transcended, is just one unified, that's we say united consciousness, just unified consciousness there. It is said to be Chaturtham, fourth state, waking, dreaming, sleeping, and this is the fourth state, natural state of human consciousness, which we lost in, after all these years of foreign rules and ignorance. The Vedic knowledge was lost. Now Maharishi has revived, and he says, there it says, Sa Atma Sa Vigya, that is Atma, that is to be known. So Atma va are, Drashtavya, Srotavya, Mantavya, Nidhi, Das, Sattva. So how important it is, that Atma alone, that state of simplest form of human awareness alone is worthy of seeing, hearing, contemplating and realizing. So what happens is, Nahi jnane na sadrisham pavitra miha vidyate. This is from Bhagavad Gita. Tat swayam yoga sansiddha kale natmani vindati. Truly, there is in this world nothing so purifying as knowledge. He who is perfected in yoga of himself, in time finds within himself, this within himself means the enlightenment. So, experiencing transcendence and coming out into activity, and again meditating and coming out into activity, and again natural progression, the infusion of the being into our activity, into our day-to-day activity, into our other states of consciousness, waking, dreaming, sleeping, is a natural phenomenon, and in due course, when one is living that infinity within, one is living that freedom within, one is living that pure knowledge within, that is state of enlightenment. and one is not bound by anything and is, totally in tune with all the laws of nature, is one with natural law. And that is the great evolution of consciousness that we have missed in our life, that, the chance that this practice evolves consciousness beyond waking, dreaming, sleeping to higher states, cosmic consciousness, to higher state, God consciousness, to higher state, unity consciousness, Brahmi Chetna as it is known. So what is the quality of that state is pure bliss. We say Satchitananda, Atma is Satchitananda. What is that? Sat is one level of life which is never changing, Sat, non-changing. Chit is pure consciousness. And Anand is, quality is bliss, the happiness within. So here, Anando Brahme Vritti Vyajana Ananda Deva Khalvimani Bhutani Jayante Anandena Jatani Jivanti Anandam Prayanti Avipsam Vishanti Iti. See, look at its beauty of this. It's just not philosophy, it is the life that they live, that enlightened life. From bliss indeed all these beings originate. By bliss they are sustained. Towards bliss they move. Unto bliss they merge. From Taittiriya Upanishad. So I am Atma. These are states of enlightened consciousness. And also I would say that the application, the science that transcends the individual life in enlightenment to what Maharishi gave, collective harmony, the science and application to bring world peace, that power our Vedic knowledge has. And Maharishi gave the technique to do that and showed, experimentally proved that this is possible. And I go to that, I am Atma Brahma. It's very simple when one is transcended absolutely within its own self. And it's a that is Brahman. It's that individual awareness is no more individual, it's just universal. Individual becomes cosmic there. And next is from Adi Shankaracharya saying Jivo Brahmaiva Napara, same thing, that Atma is none other than Brahman. That individual self is same as. It's like, you go from petal and you go finer and finer, try to find reality. A beautiful rose is there and beautiful color, fragrance, shape, everything. And you go finer, 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 and you come to a level where it is just colorless, sap. There is a sap with no attributes. And you say that this is the final reality of that rose, that there is just no attributes, and from there everything emerges. But on that final reality, if you go on the level of sap, then you see, oh, this is not only the source of rose, but it is in every fiber of the plant. From here comes the leaves, here comes the stem, here comes everything. So universal, that being is universal. That Atma is Brahman. That level is Brahman. And the result is Yo Jagartam Richa Kamayante. He who is awake in that state, Richa, the expression of faith, zooms forth in his awareness, upholds. So these are, Richas are the laws of nature. Veda is natural law. And so natural law supports our thought, speech, action, and everything in life. At one level it says that Yatinam Brahma Bhavati Sadhi, that level of the state of life, the creator becomes the charioteer of your life. So what that life is, how it is on the level of creation, Mayadhyakshana Prakriti Suyate Sacharacharam. Under my presidentship, Prakriti, all of nature creates both moving and unmoving. So whole creation continuously expands and evolves from there. Prakritim Swam Avastabhya Visujam. Again from Gita, curving back upon my own nature, I create again and again. So beautiful. So the life in fullness. that is full, this is full, from fullness comes out fullness. Taking fullness from fullness, what remains is fullness. So beautiful state of enlightenment. But now I am coming to, these are the, these are not philosophy, these are living reality in the state of unity consciousness. Aham Brahmasmi, these are Mahavakyas of Vedas, they are called. Aham Brahmasmi, I am Atma Brahma, Atmai Vedam Sarvam, Sarvam Khaluidam Brahma. What it says, I am totality. This Atma is Brahman, totality, wholeness. All this is Atma only. All this is Brahman, totality, wholeness. Is the state of enlightenment. This is not philosophy, this is the state of Rishis, united consciousness. The expressions from coming out of that, and they are called Mahavakyas of Ved. But Maharishi gave this, now I'll end. Oh, sorry. So go all the way now. Next slide, continue. Continue, we have gone through that, continue. Now next, yeah, stop there. So, this I'll end with this because there is a big, deep science. When we say that my individual awareness transcends to that level which is universal, when one goes, even in science, from gross to finer, at some level of fineness, it becomes universal. Like gravity at one level is just apple falling from the tree. But when it goes to the level of Newton finds that level, that reality in nature, it's universal. Suddenly, finest level, it is everywhere, whole universe. Gravity is there, all the planets are moving with that. And so this consciousness, when transcended and nurtured there in our meditation, in the advanced practices, what happens is these impulses are not remaining individual. When collectively done, it's a very powerful impulse of harmony that goes everywhere. And it creates a change in collective consciousness, transformation in collective consciousness. This philosophy of collective consciousness is like this, that every individual is, by his thought and action, is influencing the collective consciousness. If he is stressed, he contributes to stress in the collective. If many individuals are stressful, the whole collective consciousness is chaotic, stressful, the crime increases, all kinds of negativity increases, society goes into very negative trends. But if we can transform it into positivity, and it is possible through collective practice of this advanced program of Maharishi, technology of unified field, and that is the application, that is the knowledge, that is the great heritage of Vedic civilization, that we can transform the world by influencing the collective, by producing indomitable influence of sattva in the collective consciousness. And this is the Somanasya Sukta, last verse of Rig Veda, and great revelation there, that how the harmony, what is the science behind the collective harmony in society. And it says, Samgachadvam, Samvadadam, Sambo Manasi Janadam. I'll read the translation to save time. Live in harmony together. Let your speech be in harmony together. Know your minds function from a common source in the same manner as all the impulses of creative intelligence, devatas, the laws of nature, before diversifying, remain together in oneness, united near the source. It's like when a seed, say mango seed, is there and it starts to sprout. Before sprouting, it swells. All the laws that are going to create the big, huge mango tree, healthy tree, they are lively. But there is no distinction. It's the just wholeness of that is about to sprout. There is no distinction from one to another. But all the laws are in that full power, full energy, full strength. So before creation begins, the laws of nature are in oneness. The para prakriti, that level of prakriti which is not yet diversified but unified level. There only harmony is there. Only power to create and create and create in a very balanced way is there. So that is the science. So remain together, the laws remain together in oneness, united near the source. Integrated is the expression of knowledge. An assembly creates coherence in unity. United are your minds. Perform action in unified silence to generate wholeness of life. United be your purpose, harmonious be your feelings, collected be your minds, in the same way as all the diverse aspects of universe exist in togetherness, in wholeness. So, individual intelligence in tune with universal intelligence. Individual in that cosmic status. And all together, when the coherence is there, that coherence in collective consciousness, it affects, influences individual life. Individual life is progressive, individual life is positive, individual life is free from mistake and free from harming each other. So that is the big knowledge of Vedic civilization that is needed today to bring world peace, a permanent world peace, by creating coherence in collective consciousness. I will end my lecture here. Thank you.